If you're watching this video, you may have questions about what it looks like to open up a small estate for litigation purposes in a wrongful death medical malpractice case. So maybe you've talked to a lawyer, and that lawyer said to you that in order for them to investigate the case of the death of a loved one, that you need to go to the courthouse and open up a small estate so that the medical records can be obtained. So if you're watching this video, maybe you're totally confused what it looks like. You have no idea what you're supposed to do. So hopefully this video will help clear up any confusion, and I'm going to help walk you through the process step by step. Why is this happening in the first place? Well, when someone dies, their medical records still belong to them. So that means that even if you are a spouse or a child or even a trusted family member, you don't have the legal authority to get the medical records. The only person that has that legal authority is someone called the personal representative. Now, the easiest way that this is accomplished is if someone has a will. In their will, they designate someone to act as the personal representative, and that way that person can get the medical records. But unfortunately, many people die without a will, and so there is no personal representative that has been appointed. And that's where this process comes in. A personal representative has to be appointed in order for the medical records to be obtained. Now, unfortunately, many lawyers don't explain this clearly. They don't tell you what you're supposed to do, and you are very confused, and you're not sure what comes next. So let me walk you through the process step by step. Step 1. You have to make an appointment with the orphans court clerk in the courthouse where your loved one lived. And if you call them, they'll make an appointment for you to come in and tell them you want to open up a small estate for litigation purposes. This is a very common thing, and the clerks know exactly what you're talking about. On the day of your appointment, it's very important that you bring 2 things with you. Otherwise, you will not be able to open up an estate. Please bring with you the copy of the death certificate and the funeral bill. You will need these 2 pieces of paper in order to open up the estate. When you get to the courthouse at the appointed time, the clerk will give you the forms in order to fill out. And they're pretty easy, they're pretty self-explanatory, and the clerk can help you if you have any questions about how to fill those papers out. Once those papers are filled out, you will then have those papers with the clerk. You will give the clerk the form you filled out and the death certificate and a copy of the funeral bill. Now, there may be a small charge. Usually the charge is around $2, and so you'll have to pay that fee. Once the forms are properly filled out with the paperwork that I've just described, the clerk will then issue you either that day or maybe in a couple of days, but very quickly, something called a letter of administration. And the person that's appointed as the personal representative, and usually it's going to be you, if you're the one making the appointment to go to the clerk's office, you have been designated by the family to act as the personal representative. And once that's accomplished, you will get something in your possession called a letter of administration. And that's the paperwork that you need. Once you get that letter of administration, you will then give that to the lawyer investigating the medical malpractice case, and that lawyer will be able to use that piece of paper in order to get the medical records. Now, this can be an overwhelming process because you do have to take the time to make an appointment to go to the courthouse. Now, there are other lawyers that can help you do this, and they will charge you money to do it. It's not a lot, but you may want to consider whether you want to hire a lawyer to do that. And typically, your medical malpractice lawyer is not going to be the one to do that. They will refer you to someone who can. But if you choose to do it yourself, I just want you to know that it's not a very difficult process. It just takes time, and you have to prepare yourself so that you bring the right paperwork. So I hope that this video was helpful because this comes up a lot in my practice, and I just wanted to give some clarity to people, be able to watch a video so that you can understand what the process is, because sometimes you ask questions of the lawyer investigating the case and you don't get any clear direction as to what you're supposed to do. So thanks for watching this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button below. That way you can take advantage of all of my future videos. If you have any questions about this process, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get to you right away. Take care. I look forward to seeing you again on a future video.